Hi there, thanks for joining to Elnaz Yoga 360. In this session, I want to do a 15-minute, again, a quick session for balancing poses. And balancing poses in yoga are really basically demonstrators for the connections between the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. As you know, mostly the right side of the body is controlled by the left side of the brain, and the left side is controlled by the right. So when we are kind of like wobbly in one side and we are better in the other side, it shows the connections. However, yoga, as well as many other practices, is going to help with making this connection better between these two hemispheres and bringing more balance to both sides. So again, come on your mat, and we're going to start in a second. Okay, so sit comfortably on your mat. You can sit cross or any form that you like, and close your eyes for a moment. Again, same as usual, start to arrive to this place by being fully present. Start to deepen your breath. And if you want, you can make an intention for your practice. And very gently open your eyes. Then from here, we're going to transition to tabletop, all fours. Hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. Let's do 2 to 3 cat-cows and basically warming up the body. Take a deep breath, open the chest to the front, and with the exhale, you're coiling your back all the way. One more time, let's take a deep breath. With the exhale, you're coiling your back. Again, let's take a deep breath. Collarbones wide, and exhale, coil your back. And then from here, you can see me also. I am pulling myself a little bit to the front. You know, you're moving the torso and then also leaning backward with the hip in a circular movement. So try to move your torso to the top and lean backward. So we're going to only do a couple of rounds of this movement, as it helps to soften the ribs and massage the back. And when you're ready, just come to the stillness. And from here, we're going to coil our toes and push the hips and the thighs to the back of the room, coming to downward facing dog. Then start to pedal your feet. Bend your knees one at a time, giving the stretch to your legs. Stretching the hamstrings. And when you're ready, just come to stillness. Feet are parallel to each other. And walk your hands very gently toward your feet. When you get there, just have a pause. This is called Uttanasana. Release your head and the neck. Let's take a deep breath. And you're going to push to the feet and come all the way up to the standing position. So we are at mountain pose or Tadasana in Sanskrit. So come and stand at the top of your mat. Make sure the feet are parallel to each other. Let's take a deep breath. Reach your arms all the way toward the ceiling. With the exhale, bring your hands to your heart. One more time, let's take a deep breath. Reach your arms all the way toward the ceiling. And with the exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then bring your hands again, place it alongside of your body. From here, we're going to bend the knees and sit back in chair pose. So make sure the feet are parallel. and it's okay to be hip width distance. Bend your knees, sink back, reach your arms all the way to the front and up. Chair pose or Utkatasana. Pull your belly in. You want the weight to be in the heels, and open the chest a little bit to the front of the room. Very gently push to the feet and come all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. We want to do one tree pose together. So as you can see me, so I'm standing in Tadasana. Then keep your left foot straight and then open the right foot from the hip socket. If this is the hip socket, basically you're opening it from the hip socket. And then very gently, you're going to lift the right leg and put it on the, the soles. You're putting the soles of the foot either on the calf or on the knee, or even if you can come further up, you're going to put it on the basically inner thigh of the left foot. However, if none of these options are working, it's still fine that you put your right heel on the left ankle or the left shin, the left calf, and very gently keep your toes on the floor, as you can see me. So you can see which one is working. I'm putting it now further up. However, please make sure that you do it whatever you are comfortable. And it's okay completely if you want to use a wall next to you. You can also take help and support from a wall next to your body. And then very gently, when you're ready, you're going to reach both arms toward the ceiling. Either you can keep your arms here, or you can make your arms as a prayer position and bring it in front of your heart. So gazing at one point is always helpful. It makes my mind calmer and it helps with the balance. Very gently release and then lower the right leg. Then if you want to move both legs, you're welcome to do it. And now you're going to keep your right leg straight and you're going to bend, basically open the left leg from the hip socket, and very gently you're going to put the left sole either on the knee or anywhere that you feel comfortable. And again, reach your arms all the way toward the ceiling. Again, you're welcome to stay here, or if you want, you can bring your hands like a prayer position in front of your heart. Staying here for another 2 deep breaths. Very gently, just open your arms and release. So before we go to the next practice, let's do a little bit of basically movement for the ankles and the feet. As you can see me from the side, let's do this. Basically, we're going to practice balance coming on the ball mount of the feet and coming back down. One more time. And try to do this gently, you don't want to be like fast. And try to keep your balance as much as possible. Again, coming to the ball mount, very gently lower yourself. One more time. And again, very gently lower yourself. So we're going to do another practice, which basically from here we're going to go to Warrior 3, which is another balancing pose. So standing at the top of the mat, keep your left foot straight, directing to the front of the room. Hug your right knee into your chest, and with your interlace your fingers around the right shin. Keep your right foot flexed, and stay here. So for some of you, it might be even difficult to stay here, as you might find it hard to find your balance. Therefore, I would recommend to stay here if you already feel that this is already difficult. Otherwise, you keep the left hand where it is, and you're going to open the right hand all the way to the back of the room, kind of giving a twist. Again, in the same as other balancing poses, gazing at one point is going to be helpful in keeping your balance. Very gently come back to the center. Keep your right knee where it is and reach your arms both toward the ceiling. Bring both hands to your heart. And very gently, as you can see me, I'm leaning forward with my upper body as I am extending my right leg all the way to the back of the room. Try to do this as gentle as possible, and you don't need to lift your back legs too much. Preferably keep the lifted leg flex, and it's okay to have a bend in the left leg. Staying here for another breath. Very gently, you're going to come back to the standing position. Great job. So now let's do this with the left foot. So again, you're welcome if you want to move your legs in whichever direction you like. Let's do this again with the left side. Keep your right foot strong on the floor, directing to the front of the room, and hug your left knee into your chest. Flex your left foot, finding your balance here. Again, you're welcome to stay here. And if you want to go deeper, you can keep your right hand where it is and twist to the left as you're opening the left hand to the left side. Very gently come back to the center. Reach both arms toward the ceiling. And bring your hands to your heart like a prayer position. And again, I'm leaning forward as I'm extending the left leg to the back of the room. So this is Warrior 3, or a variation of Warrior 3, which is a balancing pose. So you can gaze to the floor, and preferably we want to keep the hips square to the ground. Very gently, whenever you're ready, you're going to come back to the standing pose. Again, lower the leg and coming all the way up. Great job. So let's have a seat on your mat. Let's do one stretch for the legs. You can see me actually from the side. Straighten the legs. Reach your arms all the way toward the ceiling. With the exhale, you're folding forward. You can grab the toes or the ankles, whichever you feel comfortable. And kind of stretching both the upper body and the back of the legs. This is called Dandasana or staff pose. And when you're ready, very gently release. You can sit comfortably. We are done with our 15 minutes balancing session. I hope you enjoy it. We have many other balancing poses in yoga, and for sure I'm going to make videos to demonstrate those poses. So stay tuned, and again, thanks for joining, and thanks for subscribing to my channel, which helps me to keep this production going on. Thank you. Namaste.